So here we're going to look at the two-sample hypotheses testing when the population standard deviations sigma 1 and sigma 2 are both known. When the population standard deviations sigma 1 and sigma 2 are both known, we will assume that we have a normal distribution. So here are the three results for hypotheses testing, and we can have a quick look at what they mean. Just draw them out a little bit. So we can draw this one out. We're told that they're all standard normal or normal distribution, so that's a z. And this first one, let me just do that. This looks a bit terrible. I just erase that. Let's see. So there you go. So when we have equals with not equals, you're always going to get a two-tailed test with two rejection zones and one do not reject zone in the middle, just as we did before. So we're going to get our do not reject zone along the middle in here. So this do not reject H0. And then over here we're going to have reject H0. And over here we're going to have reject H0 as well. And for this type of test, as we said, where we know that both population standard deviations, the critical values are going to be normal, so they're going to be minus z of alpha over 2. And plus z of alpha over 2 is going to be the upper limit, plus z of alpha over 2. And that the test statistic is going to be this guy in here. What is D0? D0 is any number. A lot of the times it's going to be 0. It doesn't have to be 0, but a lot of the times it will be 0. It's just a number. And it's D for difference, and 0 means it's the difference from the null hypothesis. Let's look at this second scenario here. So we have enough room to do all this. So in the second scenario here, what are we going to have? This type of test is going to be a one-tailed test. The rejection region is going to be to the right, because you see the alternative hypothesis arrow is pointing to the right. So it's going to be 0 in the middle. The rejection region typically is smaller than the do not reject region. So for the reject region is going to be over here to the right. It's going to be reject H0. And do not reject H0 is going to be over here. All the way down here. So this is do not reject H0, do not reject H0 zone. And the critical value is going to be, again, z critical value, so we know the population standard deviations, but it's going to be z of alpha. When you only have one tail, you just get alpha, not alpha over 2. And finally, this last case here, you can see this is going to be a one-tailed test. Rejection here is going to be to the left. That's where the arrow is pointing. And I'm not going to have enough space to do it all in as I wanted to, but this is going to be 0. And the critical value is going to be here. And the reject zone is going to be over here to the left, reject H0. And the do not reject zone is going to be over here to the right hand side. So it's going to be do not reject H0 over here. Do not reject. Remember, the test is always done on H0, never done on H1 or HA. And that critical value in here is going to be right there. And I'll actually draw it up here. It's going to be negative z of, it's negative because it's to the left of 0, and it's going to be negative z of alpha because it's a one-tailed test. And that's the test statistic. So in the next video, we'll do an example on this.